Lake Effect Games, welcome to the Week 2 doubleheader of the 2025 TFL season on Al Wilson's Fast Drive Football. Week 1 was the opener, so it was the first two games of the week. From now on, it's going to be the last two games of the week, so we can go over the Week 2 scores and standings as well. Today's games are, first, the Phoenix Howlers host the San Diego Silverbacks, both teams 0-1. And our second game will be the Nashville Jacks hosting the New Orleans Swamp Crocs, both teams 1-0. So, at halftime of the first game, we're going to go over the Week 1 scores, because I never posted them, because I figured why not wait till now. Between games, we will go over the Week 2 scores and the standings thus far, except, of course, for the Nashville Jacks and New Orleans Swamp Crocs, because they have not played their second game yet. And halftime of Game 2, we will go through the Week 3 matchups. Got them written down, yes. And our Week 3 doubleheader. So, let's get started. So, for the Decider Die coin flip, no Pip is visitor, San Diego, and Pip is home, Phoenix. So San Diego, the Silverbacks, will get the ball first. Last week, San Diego fell to Buffalo 37-34. And Phoenix to the Oklahoma Warhogs 34-10. So one of these teams is going 0-2 because we do not do ties in this league. Okay, 36. That is average field position for the Silverbacks. And we have begun. San Diego offense is semi-efficient and semi-undisciplined, and the Phoenix Howlers have no defensive markers, positive or negative. Javon Williams taking the field with the Silverbacks offense. 2-3-3. Solid offense? No. Mild defense? No. And that's picked off immediately. So rolling for the interception. Oh, also in the case of overtime, we do the XFL style of 2-point conversions, and for onside kick possibility, we go with the 4th and long option in this league this year. Okay, so checking for, 15 for the interceptions. That is Hugh Snyder for the Howlers. And for return, poor. So the Phoenix Howlers take over, poor field position. So within their own 20 or 25. So Howlers offense is semi-dull, semi-dynamic, and semi-inefficient. Silverbacks defense is semi-punishing and disciplined. 3-4-4. Oh, gotta mark those two from the last drive. Mild or undisciplined defense? No. Defense comes through with a big stop when it was needed, so that's going to be a coffin corner punt. And here comes Davis Mullins. 22, that is That's definitely poor field position, but okay. Decision to play the field position game works out, pinning the opponent deep. So poor field position for the Silverbacks. And they definitely want to make up for that interception. 1, 3, 4. Poor field position. Yep. Runner tripped up short of the marker. That's a punt. So game off to a slow start. So Justin Hammond to kick it away. 21, that is average field position. Or no, sorry, that's poor field position. One, 4, 6. Staunch defense, no. Ball carrier stiff arms a linebacker and sprints to the end zone. That's a touchdown run for the Howlers. And you'll see who got that rushing touchdown. 31, so that's Shamar Castillo. And extra point attempt, 61 and under. And it's good. And the Howlers take the early lead. Kickoff. 66. Kickoff. San Diego does not have an electric kick return. So that is great field position. First great we've had so far. 1, 2, 2. Home defense or undisciplined offense? Yes. Phoenix is the home defense. Crowd noise impacts drive. It says backed up punt, but it's going to be a regular punt, being that they are in great field position. As you don't get backed up punts in great field position. 64. That is great. Let me just make sure. Yep. So great position for the Howlers. Looking to put more on the board here. And they will not. 2, 3, 5 is an auto interception. All right, the black and white denote who gets it, and the red is where it is. Okay, that's Scotty Frazier with the pick. And great field position to start the second quarter. At the end of the first, the score is 7-0 Howlers. One, 1, 2. Punishing defense, no. Soft defense, no. So that is a punt. Both offenses having a rough day. Hammond kicking it away, 44. For a regular punt, that is average field position. Average field position for the first time today for Phoenix. San Diego has only had it once as well in the very first drive. 1-1-5. Poor field position, no. Undisciplined offense, no. So that's a field goal attempt And that is Chris Witt with the attempt. 54 and under. Just gets it. Just gets that 54. And it's up, and the Howlers are now up 10-0. So good start for them, ish. Good start for their card, basically. It's a very good start for their card. So average field position. For the Silverbacks. Ooh, better get something done soon. 114. Prolific offense, no. Erratic offense, no. So that is a punt. .41. That is average field position. As the Howlers try to build on this lead. 3-4-6. Great field position? No. Erratic offense or disciplined defense? Yes. So that offense can't convert on critical third down play. So that is the Howlers kicking it away. Silverbacks do not have electric for the punt return either. Howlers have it for both. Let's see. Punt 6-6. That is great field position. All right, 3-2-5. That's an interception. The Silverbacks can't do anything today so far in this first half. All right, so 35. That is Jamison McMurray. And average field position for the Howlers. So for their next drive, could be the last drive of the half. It is not. 1-1-3. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, no. So it's another field goal attempt to try to bring it up 13-0. So here comes Chris Witt. Once again, 54 and under. And he's got it. So 2:30 left in the half. The score is the Phoenix Howlers 13. The San Diego Silverbacks, nothing. 61, average field position when it's kickoff. Does efficiency work for the half or just the... Okay, in the half. $3-5-6. Oh, yeah, and the dot. Let me see. Okay. So 3, 5, 6. Disciplined offense, no. Reliable offense or meek defense, no. And that's an interception, so I guess the efficient isn't going to count, so that's... And let's see how this goes, because still got to roll it because it may end up being a touchdown return. So it won't be. So this will be the end of the half. But 3-1, 31, that is Snyder with his second. So while it may still be a 2-score game, otherwise the Howlers have dominated the first half. 3 interceptions to Phoenix's 1, or to San Diego's 1. So, going over the week 1 scores. The DC Majors over the Dakota Devils, 38-25. The St. Louis Archers over the Los Angeles Icons, 26-24. As previously mentioned, the Oklahoma Warhogs over the Phoenix Howlers, 34-10. Anchorage Bears decimate the San Antonio Marshals, 31-13. The Cleveland Coyotes over the Lexington Cavalry, 23-14. The Birmingham Red Tails just wrecked the Halifax Ice Dogs, 42-16. And that's not even the biggest one. That's not even the biggest deficit so far this season, or the biggest gap so far this season. We'll get there later. Las Vegas Blackjacks over the Boston Banshees, 21-3, as the lowest score thus far in the season. Make sure I'm still telling the truth on that. Yep. The New Orleans Swamp Crocs, who will be playing later, over the Charleston Minutemen, 18-9. Previously mentioned the Buffalo Outlaws over the San Diego Silverbacks, 37-34. And finally, the later featured Nashville Jacks over the Baltimore Marauders, 38-33. So we will go over the week 2 scores and standings after the final. Third quarter, and Phoenix gets the ball first. .23, that's average field position. Can they build on this? Can San Diego possibly fight back? 1-1-2. So this is going to be a punt regardless, but what kind? Punishing defense, the PIP says no. Soft defense, no. So that is a regular punt. So at least the Silverbacks with a stop. 12 for regular punt. Let's see. Average field position, as there is no electric kick return for the Silverbacks. And here's their first possession of the half. 2-4-6. Dull offense, no. Runner turns the corner and has nothing but daylight. That is a touchdown run, and the Silverbacks are on the board. Let's find out who the runner was. 53. That's Javon Williams doing it himself. And extra point. Ken Patterson, 65 under, so as long as it's not double sixes, he's got it. So the score is now 13-7. Silverbacks are back in the game. Average field position for the Howlers. Because first they force a punt, and then Williams pulls a Josh Allen and just says, I'm going. 4-6-6. Staunch defense, no. Impressive drive ends with a great pass and catch. So a touchdown pass, and the Howlers answer right back. So let's see. Eli Arnott, the quarterback, to 56. Danny Klein. And the extra point, 61 and under. He's got it. So the score is now 27 Howlers. .56 average field position for the Silverbacks. .156. Poor field position, no. Great field position, no. So punt. And after this punt will be the end of the third quarter. 62. Regular punt, I believe, is great field position. Yep. Yeah, exciting return. Great field position. And at the end of the third, the score is the Phoenix Howlers 20, the San Diego Silverbacks 7. Fourth quarter action. 1-6-6. Dull offense. The pip says no. Receiver leaps, beating the defender to the ball. Touchdown. So another touchdown for the Howlers. And just the time of that, the time taken in that drive may be what spells the end for the Silverbacks. Well, that and having to score 19 or 20, depending on how this kick goes. Well, first the pass. So Arnott to 23 to Wagner. And the extra point kick. Good. Score is now 27-7. 3-score game with about 10 minutes to go. Average field position after that kickoff for the Silverbacks. 2-3-5, that's that auto interception number, so that is the fourth thrown by Williams. 54. That is Ed Bryant. And that Phoenix defense is eating today. Oh, we got a possible pick 6. So a 4, 5, or 6. This is a touchdown. That's a pick 6. And so Ed Bryant takes it all the way back. And the extra point is good. Score is now 34-7. These, you can tell the difference between the visitor fans and the home fans, because the home fans are still here. Meanwhile, the Silverbacks fans are they're leaving the building. Average for San Diego, 4.45. Erratic offense, no. Disciplined defense, no. So it's going to be a field goal attempt for Patterson. And at this point in the game, there is no use trying to go for it, because they just don't have that kind of time. So 62 and under for the field goal. And he's got it. Which at least puts the Howlers in, or at least puts the Silverbacks into double digits. All right, 21. I believe that's the beginning of average for kickoff. Yep. Down by 3 scores. Hold on. Yep, 3 scores with 5 minutes. 4-6-6. Staunch defense, no. Impressive drive ends with great passing catch. This is getting sad for San Diego. And wow. So this is Arnett's 3rd passing touchdown. But passing is by no means the only way they've gotten to the end zone. There's also the rushing touchdown earlier in the first quarter from Castillo, and that Ed Bryant pick 6. All right, that 42 is Jermaine Bush getting the pass from Arnett. And the extra point. Yep. Score now 41-10. For a kickoff. Returner muffs the catch and is caught before he can get upfield. Poor field position. So only once was a punishing defense rolled, and that was caught as a no, thanks to the PIP. And same thing with dull offense. It was only once, and it was disregarded by the by the lack of the pip. All right. And this game is over. They're not using the efficient. There's no reason to. Let's see. Phoenix scored 21 in that fourth quarter to San Diego's 3. And the final score of this first game is the Phoenix Howlers 41, the San Diego Silverbacks 10. So this wasn't just a win. This was brutality. The Howlers go to 1-1, and the Silverbacks fall to 0-2. So, as I get the board ready for the second game, let's go over the Week 2 scores and standings. All right. Buffalo Outlaws over the Boston Banshees 23-20. Puts Buffalo at 2-0 and Boston at 0-2. Jersey City Wise Guys get their first win of the season over the Charleston Minutemen 27-9. The Wise Guys are 1-1 and the Minutemen are 0-2. Baltimore over Halifax, or the Marauders over the Halifax Ice Dogs, 41-19. That is, the Marauders are 1-1, and the Ice Dogs are 0-2. Cleveland Coyotes pulled out in overtime over the DC Majors, 36-32. They got two of the two-pointers over DC's not getting any. So Cleveland at 2-0 and DC at 1-1. Central Division, St. Louis Archers over the Birmingham Red Tails, 27-23. Archers are 2-0. Red Tails are 1-1. Memphis, if you thought the last game was bad, it wasn't even the biggest gap. Memphis Kings over the San Antonio Marshals, 52-9. Marshals 0-2. Memphis 1-1. And finally, for the Central, as this is the fourth Central game, the Oklahoma Warhogs reached 2-0, beating the Lexington Cavalry 26-16, Lexington falling to 0-2. In the West, the Roswell Destroyers make 2-0, beating the Anchorage Bears in overtime 17-13. Bears are 1-1. Los Angeles Icons over the Salt Lake Mustangs, over the defending champion Salt Lake Mustangs, 45-35. The Icons and Mustangs are both 1-1. Dakota Devils over the Las Vegas Blackjacks 34-17. Both teams at 1-1. And that's the last. San Diego falling to Phoenix here at 41-10. Howlers at 1-1 and the Silverbacks down to 0-2. Halftime of the second game, we will go over the upcoming matchups for Week 3, as well as the doubleheader. So, welcome to Game 2. It is it's the New Orleans Swamp Crocs visiting the Nashville Jacks. So here's kickoff. Both teams are currently 1-0. So one team is going 2-0, one is not. So no pip. That means it is New Orleans getting the ball first. $14. Roll a D6. On a roll of 6, the returner is in the open. Nope. So otherwise average field position. All right, so New Orleans offense is semi-dull, as we saw that not matter in the last game. Semi-porous and inefficient. Nashville defense is semi-stiff and punishing. 166. Dull offense. The pip says yes. So now it wants to do something. Now it wants to make its presence felt. Offense is outmatched. We'll have to kick it away. Says again, but this isn't the first drive, so punt. So this is Shane Pat to kick it away. 55, that is average field position for a regular punt. Nashville is semi-erratic and clumsy for offense, and for New Orleans defense, semi-stiff and meek. 2-2-3. Undisciplined defense, no. Mild defense, no. So they will have to punt it away as well. Charlie Erickson to get rid of it. Nashville is semi-electric in kickoff returns. 34. That is average. Two, 3, 5. If we haven't seen this rolled a lot in the last game. Cade Mitchell throws his first interception of the day. And let's see who gets it, where it's going. There's a possible pick 6. That is Bryn Boyle. So 4, 5, or 6, and it's a pick 6. And it's gone. The first touchdown of this game is a defensive one. And extra point, 64 and under, is good. So far, this is a day for home teams. Average field position for the Swamp Crocs. Four, 4, 6. Poor field position. No. QB moves out of the pocket, fires to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Swamp Crocs. So, touchdown roll, or receiver roll. 56. That is Ramsey Webster from Cade Mitchell. And the kick is good. We're tied at 7. So, all right, 53, that's average for the Nashville Jacks. Two, 2, 3. Undisciplined defense, no. Mild defense, no. So a punt for the Jacks. And once possession is taken, we will be into the second quarter. Average field position. And the score after the first, we're tied at 7. 1-5-6. Poor field position, no. Great field position, no. So that is a punt for the Crocs. $36 for regular punt. That is average field position. Let's see what the Jacks can do. 3-6-6. Poor field position, no. Offense pushes downfield and caps drive with short pass for 6 points. Touchdown, Jacks. So that is Russo at quarterback. Kicking to, or passing to, Tyrone Evans. And the extra point. Nope. So no XP. So 13-7. Not the proudest moment for Keegan Page. Right. Average field position for the Crocs. Two, 4, 5. Dynamic offense or soft defense? No. Porous offense. The PIP says no. So that is a coffin corner punt. $63 for a coffin corner. I believe that's average. Yep. So average with 2:30 left in the half. And that is the end of the half. Okay. The Jacks will have it first when we get to the third quarter. So, the Halifax Ice Dogs for week 3, the Halifax Ice Dogs host the Baltimore Marauders. Didn't we just play last week? Oh, well then. It's a back-to-back rivalry, like those sometimes. The Charleston Minutemen visit the Buffalo Outlaws. Cleveland Coyotes and Jersey City Wise Guys. These New Orleans Swamp Crocs will visit the St. Louis Archers. And the Tennessee rivalry with its first matchup as the Nashville Jacks travel to Memphis to face the Kings. The Oklahoma Warhogs visit the Lexington Cavalry. In the West, the Los Angeles Icons host the San Diego Silverbacks. The Anchorage Bears host the Salt Lake Mustangs. The Phoenix Howlers visit the Dakota Devils. Las Vegas Blackjacks take on the Roswell Destroyers. And finally, our matchups for next week's doubleheader. The DC Majors travel to Boston to take on the Banshees. And the Birmingham Red Tails host the San Antonio Marshals. That is our week 3. So, without further ado, let's get the second half started. Travon Walker to kick off. 64, that is average field position for the Jacks. They would be happy to start with a score 2-4-4. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, no. So a field goal attempt in an attempt to make it 16-7. For the field goal, Page needs a 52 or less. He's got it. And the score is 16-7 Jacks. So it's now officially a 2-score game. Average field position for the Crocs. Looking to do something. 1-3-4. Poor field position, no. Inept defense, no. So a field goal of their own. Walker is going to try to play horse with Keegan Page here. Kicking from about the same exact spot. 45 and under, and he's got it. Making the score 16-10. Kickoff. Possible electric return. Nope. So great field position, the first non-average for either team in this game. Great field position for the Jacks. 2-6-6. Passive defense, no. Clumsy offense or active defense? Clumsy offense, and that is a fumble. All right, I roll on the fumble table twice. First to force, second to recover. Both of them can. Somebody can do both, but you know. All right, 44. So Grant Corrigan with the strip, or with the force. And for the recovery and for wear, we might have a run back. 14, Alan Laporte with the pickup. But where is it going to? All right, for interceptions, it's 4, 5, 6. But for fumbles, it's just 5 or 6. And no, it's going to be great field position for the Swamp Crocs. This is the best chance so far that the Crocs have had to be able to break ahead. 3-5-5. Prolific offense, no. Very not. Inept defense, no. So, coffin corner punt. With 2:30 left in the third. .62. I believe 62 is average for a coffin corner. Yep. So the Jacks have the ball back. 2-3-3. Solid offense, no. Mild defense. 2-3-3, mild defense. No. That's an interception, so that's the second turnover. Well, give me a second. That is Murphy with the pick. And great field position. Great. 4 is great. Yep. All right, 1-2-4 as we start the fourth quarter. Score is, oh wow, that was dumb of me. A field goal apiece in the third quarter. Score is currently 16-10 Jacks. All right, so 1-2-4. Great field position, yes. So that is a field goal attempt. And it's good. So it's now 16-13. And kickoff, average field position for the Jacks, who are barely holding on at this point. 5-6-6, that may change. Shaky offense, no. Staunch defense, no. And that's a touchdown pass. So Russo to Simpson to Harlan Simpson. Extra point attempt. Is good. So the score is, hold on one second, 23-13. All right, kickoff. Oh, by the way, if you heard the other voice you heard for a little bit, that's my son. He just got out of school. All right, 46. That is average field position for the Swamp Crocs. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Let me see when efficiency starts. I think it was last 5 minutes. Okay, that's 5, so nothing right now. All right, 2, 3, 4. Dull offense. Yes. Ball carrier unable to find the hole on 3rd down, so that's a punt. Not what you want right now. To be honest, that may have actually sealed it. All right, 64, that is great field position for the Jacks. Two, 3, 6, and this will be the end of the game. Prolific offense, no. Porous offense, no. So a punt. But we got to see where the punt goes first. 26, that's poor field position. And that's the end of the game. The final score is the Nashville Jacks 23, the New Orleans Swamp Crocs 13. So the Jacks move up to 2-0, and the Crocs fall to 1-1. Some teams are going to be looking for answers. This has been the Week 2 doubleheader for the TFL on Al Wilson's Fast Drive Football. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Always enjoy games. That's what they're there for. While the TFL is not available on the website, there's plenty of games and league seasons that are. It's free to download. There are plenty of charity options. So if you're going to get something, please donate. Until next time, once again, Week 3, it's going to be the DC Majors and the Boston Banshees, and then the San Antonio Marshalls and Birmingham Red Tails. So I hope you come here for that. And until then, have a good day.